So I am hearing a new game came out several days ago. Now I looked it up on Steam, and it's called Escape from Duckov. It's a play on Escape from Tarkov, a very popular PvE/PvP extraction shooter. And a fact about this game, and which nobody's not talking about. See, it's doing popular on Steam. Okay, now I know most games coming out of AAA are very shit, but there's a major problem with this that nobody doesn't want to talk about, is that the developers are a 5-team group and they're Chinese. And you can say, what's the big deal with that? Well, anything you do in China, you have to go through the Chinese government. Anything, any business, any small or big, has to go through the Chinese government. So what's been going on is that I guarantee that these 5 groups, these 5 people who are from China, working with the CCP, purposely used bots to AstroTurf this new game. And you gotta remember, it's Escape from Duckov. You gotta remember, the D and the F is quite close by if you mess up. So it's quite easy to AstroTurf a game. A very simple game. Let's face it, I've seen the gameplay. It's very simple. It's basically overhead and, very basic mechanics. And people paying $20 for this? There's something fishy. And you could say, why would you say that, TP? Well, it makes sense. If people don't know, the Chinese government will try to push any narrative in their game. Any way to get the Western audience so they can control them. Because they do censorship too. The Chinese government, I guaranteed, pushed in this narrative to try to say this game's good. Why? Because look at the amount of people playing it. Every so often, it goes down by a shit ton, and it goes up by a lot. What I think is what they're using is a type of bot system, because people don't know, like the Chinese and Russians, the Chinese are known to use bot farms. This is a bot farm game, to where it looked good on Steam charts because they bot farmed it like crazy, because these people have to work with the Chinese Communist Party. You can't do any business without doing that. So they bot farm, and the anti-woke people who are so desperate for any type of video game are leeching onto this slop. This is what this game is. It's slop. Now, I know Outer Worlds 2 is shit. I know Outer Worlds 1 is shit. I know Avowed shit. I know that's all shit. But this is not good either. It's just AstroTurf. It just doesn't have the politics. That's the only difference. It doesn't have the politics that you see with modern AAA games. But it's still slop. It was most likely asset flipped. Well, let's face it, I guarantee this is like an asset flip. They took basic assets. Because if you look at it, the graphics are very simple. The gameplay, they probably stole some ideas from what Tarkov did, or Stalker, or any of those distraction shooters. And because it's overhead, you don't have to focus much on the graphics as much. Very simple assets. This is just so sad at this point that you have all these anti-woke gamers desperate to try to get a W, that they're willing to sell their souls to the Chinese Communist Party. This is what happened. I know it's like every anti-woke game that, I guarantee in the next couple weeks or two, or next month, this game would die off. Remember that one game that was about you selling drugs? I forgot what we call that game, but the same situation is going on. It's just a hype game from, well, probably not as hype as that one, because there's actually people playing it. With this, I never even heard of this shit. I watch people who play games. I don't hear anybody talk about it, except one group of people. It's these anti-woke people who were pushing it. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Overhead Tarkov with basic shit? I mean, I know Tarkov has gone to shit over time. I mean, I never played a distraction shooter, but I hear like a lot of the community saying, "Oh, it's gone to shit. It's too complex. It's too easy." The Overton window of trying to build yourself as characters changed. I can understand that. It's that fear of missing out, FOMO. But this game is it's pushed the narrative that's a hype game. Once all the hype goes down with this game, and also the bots, let's face it, the Chinese Communist Party is trying to push this game as a narrative. So are the gamers who go to China? Do you want Chinese to make games? They're willing to censor just as much as the progressive left. Maybe support game developers that are from the West instead of anti-Western values, third worldist tankies. You ever think of that? You ever think it's probably not a good idea to join a different side that would do the exact same thing, if not worse, try to censor you? And these people are like, oh, cheering on that EA got bought from a Saudi Arabian prince. What if they made it where all Christians are depicted bad? What if all the female characters always get with an Arabic man? You get mad. The fact is, it doesn't matter about the politics you should worry about. You should worry about the gameplay. And this is just mid. This is mid shit. I wouldn't pay $20 for this. This is bad. It's a $5 game. Asset flipped. Made by 5 people. Yeah, 5 Chinese developers. You know, China, the game, you know, the group of people that steals anything that, you know, the West thinks up. Oh, Black Myth Wolfcon. You mean the same story they tell with anytime they do media with Journey to the West, but instead trying to copy Dark Souls? Because that's what it did. It copied Dark Souls. Well, it copied Sekiro. It's slop. And people will try to hype that shit up. Gamers are beyond lost. Like, I understand that you get shit on by the mainstream, but at the same time, you're falling for a group of people who would gladly censor you just as much as these fucking woke progressive people. You people are pathetic.